everyone, Abby here with Purple Cottage Crafts, and I'm back with another quick tips with Abby video for all of you. You might be wondering to yourself, why does Abby have a box of dryer sheets on her craft table? Well, let me tell you why. So the reason that this all came about for me is that I'm packaging up a couple orders, commission pieces, and I'm also packaging up some different friend mail, happy mail. So I like to put something kind of nice that smells good in my different packages, and I try to make sure it's not completely overwhelming, especially if the recipient is like allergic to scents, dryer sheets, things like that. So I always ask before I do that, like, hey, do you got any allergies? And I was trying to package all these packages I have, and I thought, you know what, wonder if I could use these in my die cuts in my embossing folders, because I thought it'd be kind of a cute way to dress up the dryer sheets instead of them just being tossed in their hole, which there's nothing wrong with that. I've done that tons and tons of times. And you know, because I'll sometimes purchase laces and things like that, and they'll have like a little sachet in there. Just really, I like the way it smells. I think it's pretty. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick demo once I get all this off my table, and kind of walk you through kind of the thought process for me and why this kind of idea came about. So just dryer sheets, of course you can get whatever kind you want, ever scent, no scent, whatever. You get these everywhere on the planet. This is just what I happen to use. And we get these off to the side for a moment. So what I'm using is my Cuttlebug. I have a Vagabond here. I have about 3 or 4 different die cut type machines and stuff. This one is my most favorite. This is the original one from Tim Holtz. I love it. It's a complete workhorse, and I love it because you can do multiple layers at one time. But since we moved from Oregon to Florida in 2016, June of 2016, I cannot find my platform for it. So I had to order another one, and it's supposed to be here today. So I'm excited to get back playing with this beauty here. I just wanted to show you, you can use it in your Vagabond for sure. There's also a small one that I have. I'm not sure where I put it right now. Mine's purple and white. Shocking, I know, purple, right? And it's a diamond press, and I will put a link to that video in the description box below, as well as put a card up here for you. I purchased that from HSN about a year or so ago. So this is a Cuttlebug, and it works just perfectly fine. And I don't use this as often as I probably should, because I have the Vagabond, but I've been using this a lot because I can't find my base. So until that comes. So what I did, I thought to myself, you know, what if it'd be really cute? And yeah, you can cut shapes out with your scissors or whatever, but I thought, what if my different die cuts and stuff would work through it? And sure enough, it did. I wasn't too surprised, actually, because, you know, it cuts out of paper and fabric and things like that. But I wanted to kind of try it on the different dryer sheets and see if maybe the fibers were too tight or something like that. So here is what I've been kind of playing with. So I got a really intricate doily, which I wanted to try out to see if it would really cut through all these little tiny holes and stuff, and it does. And just like when you use paper or fabric or whatever, you always have to kind of pick out some of the little pieces on the inside, because that's just the way it is with intricate dies like that. Here, a couple of feathers. This one down here might be, let me stand up, see if we can get a little bit closer to you. This one might be a little bit hard to see. Right side up? Yeah, there we go. And these are little birds on a wire. You can kind of see the phone wire there, and those little birds. It's really hard to see on camera, but when you have it in your hand, it's very clear what the definition is. And I'll show you the dies in a moment. So I wanted to play with one of the older original Sizzix dies. Work perfectly, cuts out some hearts. Great for Valentine's, or, you know, like if you're making, you know, like a photo album or something like that for somebody's wedding. And it doesn't have to be like just love related. You can put hearts anytime you want to, but I thought it'd be kind of cute to do some hearts since Valentine's Day is approaching. And a couple other images here. Let me pull some of these off so I have more room to show you. So another couple ones I did. This one is a really intricate die as well. It's got like it's just a really beautiful design. I'll show you on that side too. Again, these really aren't shown up on camera as they do in person, but yeah, you can see the designs right there. And then the other one here, this one is another one of my more defined embossing folders, not die. I apologize. These two are dies. Please forgive me. I don't know why I was saying die. So these are embossing folders as well. You can kind of see the definition there. Really pretty. And then I thought to myself, well, what if the recipient wanted to use this in a crafting project or something? So I tested it out with some sprays, purple of course, shocking I know, and it works perfect. I mean, you can definitely see the definition of the embossing on there. Really pretty. So a couple things. One, you could you know, go ahead and cut these different shapes out, whatever shape you like, and you can go ahead and choose to spray them before, like if you know the person's favorite color or whatever, or you could just send them to the recipient just in this manner, and they can use different sprays, gelatos, craft paints, whatever they want to do with it. If they want to maybe collage this into a journal, or you know, maybe they're making like a piece of wall art on canvas or something, they could use the feathers, just whatever they wanted to do. Like if you know somebody really is into feathers or really into doilies, you could just cut those shapes out and they would have this for their collection or for their crafting stash. So that's kind of where the origination of this idea came from me. Now, I'm not claiming this is an original idea. I'm not saying that at all. I've personally never seen this before on YouTube, but it does not mean it doesn't exist. Okay, so please don't think I'm trying to claim something that has already been done before. It's just the first time I've tried it, and like I said, I haven't seen it on YouTube specifically. But again, I didn't go searching for, you know, dryer sheets cut with dye, so I don't know. Anyway, so those are the different images. Oh, they're really, really pretty, and it adds a really nice scent to the package. Now, you want to make sure, though, I'm probably going to say this a couple times, before you send something like this to somebody, that you actually make sure they don't have like an allergy to scents or dryer sheets or things like that, okay? And if they do, you can still just go and cut out a really fun shape just out of some paper, really decorative paper if you want to do that, because it's really kind of something that can be used again and again. Now this one here, messing my sprays on my table here, sorry guys. Okay, so this one here is from the doily, of course, and you can definitely use this for as like a you know, as a template for spraying or something like that. You could collage this onto another project you want. You could use this and take like your different markers and have like the outline of a doily if you wanted to do that. So, and I always keep my scraps. All my scraps, for it doesn't matter what it is I'm working with, whatever material, I always keep it. You can even cut these down and you could just do certain parts of the embossing folder like I did here, or you can just use certain parts of the die cut of the die itself by cutting out some smaller ones. So you can really make one sheet go a long way. So I'm gonna put this off to the side. Let me show you the different dies and embossing folders I use, and we'll do a quick demo. Trying to keep this under 10 minutes if I can. I'm so chatty. So this is a die from Doris, and this is the bird on a wire one. So I used this one after I made the initial cut with the feathers, and I just used one of the scrap pieces to use one of these smaller dies. So embossing folders. This is an old school original Sizzix die. I use this in my cuddle bag, I use it in my Vagabond, works perfectly, and I want to try that one out so that works in case you have the older dies. And this is a newer one. This one is from Spellbinders. And it's just these really pretty feathers, and this is the steel edge like Timmy's dies are. This is another Sizzix. This is the doily I use. And I will list all the different die cuts and embossing folders I use below, just in case you like them and you want to try to find them for yourself. So these are a couple different Spellbinders. Actually 3. This is the one I'm going to cut here, I keep thinking dies. This is the one I'm going to do a sample of to show you. This is a really, really cool chicken wire. I like that one. But these here are some of the designer series. These are from, this one in particular is from Donna Salazar. Really, really gorgeous. So I already showed you that one, and I've already showed you this one the purple one I sprayed, I just put it on this part of the embossing folder. It works just perfectly. So there is that. Let me get these off to the side. Okay, and I'll show you this real quick here. Just get this open. So I'm really excited for my Vagabond platform to get here. I've missed it so much. I can't believe we've lived here this long and I haven't found it yet. So get my little platform set up here, and I already got the embossing folder out. I'm going to go ahead and grab. I'm going to go ahead and use a new sheet because I already cut up my other one in small pieces. So let's do this. So you can definitely get a lot of different cuts from just one dryer sheet if you really wanted to do that. So let's do this piece here. I'm gonna do it like this. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Okay, just give me a second here just to cut this off. Sorry, I should have had this prep before I started videoing. I was just so excited to show you guys, I just couldn't stand it. So, well, let's do this, and if there's a little bit overhang, it's not a big deal. Just for time's sake, because I can still cut those off and use them on a smaller project too. So let's get you where you're supposed to go there. Okay, and we'll run this through. Now, you will only have to probably use one, maybe 2 passes. It's kind of habit for me when I'm using the hand one like this one. I probably do like two to 3 times, maybe 4, depends on what the material is. But since it's just embossing, just a couple passes will be just fine. And you probably only need 1 actually, but Okay, let me flip this over this side so you can see the chicken wire on there. Really, really cool. I mean, you could even take like your different ink tools, distressing your sponges and stuff, and you could go over the raised part with some different inks and stuff. I think it'd be really kind of cool to see. So I'm not sure if it's showing up as well for you on camera as it is for me. Yeah, you can see the chicken wire there. Really cool, right? You can even do this embossing, run it through your hearts on your heart die or your feather die or whatever, and you can also have like a bit of extra visual texture and stuff on your project. So that is the video for you, ladies and gents, today. I'm really excited that I kind of thought of this, at least, you know, for my different packaging purposes and stuff. I think it's just a really fun way to incorporate some maybe some of your dies and embossing folders that you don't typically probably use, and you want to send somebody that has like a really nice scent to their packages and stuff. So I hope you all enjoyed another Quick Tips with Abby. As always, I will link the Quick Tips with Abby playlist below, just in case you haven't seen any of those other videos yet. And if you have any questions or anything, just go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So happy crafting, happy scrapping, happy planning, and happy dryer sheeting. I'll see you next time. Bye!